Earth signs, how you doing? So what on earth is going on, Earth signs? So I thought I would do a weekend reading for you. I pretty much started channeling and then I didn't really have time to explain, so I thought what I would do is I would contribute and that towards a tarot reading and also probably some channel messages. But straight away, as soon as I said contribute, I heard tribunal, or also a funeral, probably a funeral that a lot of you have got to attend to, or some kind of tribunal of court appearances that are kind of coming up for a lot of you. I know a lot of the predictions, they've kind of been coming up just lately, where there's been obviously a lot going on in the universe and people kind of writing and things like that have been predicted from last month that are kind of like now appearing into June. So I think that there's a lot of funerals and a lot of things, because I can see parades for a lot of you, like a raid. Also, they are saying raids. I'm hearing a parade, but I'm also hearing a raid. Now, I don't know if any of you have joined, but I've done the 1st into the 15th of the month, and I've also done the 15th into the 30th of the month over on Patron Tier 2 members. They are channel messages, and they are also very in-depth readings of how we're now changing. We're looking at past, present and future, but the present tense is always very important to look at, because the present is what creates the future. We create it ourselves. A lot of us think that we have free will, and we kind of do, but a momentarily lapse of free will of what is then taken from us in order to put us back on a path that we should have been on anyway. So, but over there, what we've done is that there are readings out there. If people have been wondering where they are, we're looking into past, present and future. Okay, and then 15th into the 30th and the 1st into 15th, they're all over on Tier 2 if you are interested, each individual sign. Okay, but what I'm picking up for you as a general collective Earth signs is that there is a lot, what on earth is going on. That's all I keep picking up. What on earth is going on? What on earth is going on? There seems to be a lot of chaos. I don't know if you have been following the channel for a while, but predictions seem to have come up where they are now like showing themselves that they have been predictions and things that I've been trying to avoid by saying to people. And I think the best way is just to pretty much lay it on the line. And I think that that's what's happening. I'm picking up a Leo energy around you. Could be lying. There could be a lot of lying around. There could be a lot of waiting for someone, and someone feels that they are lying. If you are, I'm definitely hearing big Leo energy around you, Earth signs, of lying about something. Is like I'm picking up somebody that really is they're saying desperate for some kind of financial support or some kind of support. So I don't know where the lying is coming from. It might just be a channel message of a lion, which could be. I'm also picking up Leo. I'm also picking up a Lion's Court, which was court appearance, which was also an old people's home. Here was Lion's Court. We've gone over this before. But lying in court, someone is saying that they're lying in court. So if somebody got caught, they're lying. If someone is in court and they're lying, they're lying. Again, there's someone that's lying. They're also like lying around. So I don't know if someone is like talking about people, and I don't know if this is, I think this is energies that's connected to you, Earth signs. But again, channel messages, you have to keep an open mind, but they're saying that someone is definitely lying. They're kind of like asking for support, but they're actually lying about it. So I don't know why this person, or they're saying why this person is lying, but they're also saying like lying around. Got a lot of like kind of energy where like I really need support, but what I'm telling you is not the full amount of truth. It's not the full amount of stuff that I can give you. So there's a lot of people around you, Earth signs, at the moment that are asking for a lot of things, but a lot of lying around and a lot of kind of like waiting energies that are kind of like stuck. But pretty much in my vision is that when things are stuck, that means that you're stuck. And if you're stuck, then you're stuck for a reason. Okay, and that reason is only individual to oneself of why they are. So there's a lot of lying around waiting for energies and things to happen, but we make our own creation of what that is. So there seems to be a lot of stuck energy around you. You could be dealing with a Piscean possible. Okay, but like I'm stuck with you. It's like, well, I'm just stuck with you. I'm stuck with you, and I'm stuck with you as well. I'm picking up you and you and you. I'm stuck with you, and I'm stuck with you as well. It's kind of like, well, we're just stuck. So if you're stuck and I'm stuck, what, we're stuck together like glue? It's kind of like gluing something together and trying to mask it up. Mark, I'm also picking up the mark. I'm picking up the devil, mark of the devil. That's come out through general readings, definitely over on Patron. But mark of the devil again is appearing. The devil energy is definitely around you, Earth signs, at the moment, where things are being looked at by Saturn. So that would be Capricorn, but it still would just mean Saturn, where things have been gone over and mulled over. It's giving you time. It's giving you somebody saying that, can they have some time? I just need some time to myself. as what I think as a general collective of a reflection of mirrors is what's saying, well, look, I just need some time. I just need some time by myself. I need some time on my own. I need to go over things in my head. It's kind of like getting very confusing. Of that, just give me some time. And I think that time is a factor in this. I think there's a lot of metaphysical connections that are kind of being created now by distance. Distance around you, earth signs, definitely through the weekend, is something of value, is emotional value of why there is distance. They're saying that it's either physical distance or metaphysical distance, but the connection seems to be fading and distant, or someone seems to be distant. Okay, I'm also picking up destiny, which is the wheel of fortune, or the name Dennis. I'm picking up Dennis the menace. I'm also picking up that someone's a bit of a menace to society. Has anybody ever seen that film, Menace to Society? Oh, again, that was, wow, in Menace to Society, that was someone that went into a shop and shot someone at the end of the counter in order to get everything. And I do know, I try not to add what I've seen to the visions that I'm kind of like hearing, because then people think, oh, well, you've just seen that and you've said it. But again, that's down to individual belief. But definitely picking up the fact that he went in that, and he was like that when he shot the person in Menace to Society. If you haven't seen the film, just check it out. You can see it on YouTube. There would be a trailer. Also a trailer. I'm picking up trailer. Okay, we're not going down that road, but I'm picking up that someone lives in a trailer, or it's a lot of trashy behaviour, or crashing. I'm also, well, so I'm picking up a life support machine. I'm also picking up a Cancerian car. If you haven't joined Tier 2, I know that it costs some money, but there are vital messages for there to people that could well be coming up as predictions to look out for. There was something around an accident and a car crash also around that energy, and I can't think what signs they were, but there was a lot of trash talking, crash talking also, a lot of crashing and a lot of banging. So I'm not sure if this is a Cancerian energy or it's just a lot of crashing and a lot of noise. Crash, I'm also hearing crash course in something. Driving course, crash course, like something is in a rush and it's like, I've got to be in a rush and I need to do this very fast and take a crash course in it. Some of you, this is where there could well be crashes, like on a life support machine, and it's kind of like people that are, sorry guys, you know, if I'm a medium I can't help but just give you the messages. Stop apologising, Steve, just give them out. Right, so like crashing, like this is where someone might have an EpiPen. I'm also picking up an EpiPen, or someone that has not a disease but has like where they can crash, where it can be, I don't know, like bipolar, I don't know if you do, but like an illness that you have to have like an EpiPen or something, and they crash. It's okay. So if anybody is self-medicating out there and taking drugs or drinking or anything like that, be extremely, extremely careful around this kind of behaviour, around crashing, okay? That if someone is self-medicating or they need medication and they drive and they don't have it, there could be crashing involved. Okay, there could be obviously this cash and carry, or the name carry, or like where there's an energy of, you know, where it's like a life support machine and it's like clear and a crash, or it's like someone's energy level of sugar is crashing. But it seems that, you know what crashing means, right? When your energy levels are real high and then all of a sudden it goes real low. And these are kind of like, for people, I'm picking up Sagittarius energy around you. I'm hearing a lot to do with, obviously, raids and raiding things and things being crashed into. Okay, cars, I'm also seeing, for some reason, man, what y'all are up to? Cars all like kind of going into the back of one another or something, like a car going into the back of something. So I don't know if you're involved in travelling or anything like that, and a car going back into you. Someone wants back into an energy. The devil wants back into an energy. There's definitely Capricorn energy. They're saying that something around, sorry, you are Earth sign, sorry Capricorn. Okay, this is the difficulty of me trying to channel an Earth sign, okay, when there's three of them. So take a pick of who's who. But I think that someone is definitely getting a lot of triggers, a lot of like being mirrored, you know, being reflection, a lot of erection. Also, they're saying that someone has a direction, but they also have something else. So there's definitely a phallic connection that's going on for a lot of you. I'm also picking up Alec and Alicia Keys, but Alicia, hi Alicia. and a lease also, and a lease or leasing something out, lease to rent, like homes and buildings and stuff like that. We're going to have to lease this one out or rent it out. There is some also kind of like sexual behaviour, I think, around a lot of you too. I don't know what that's coming from or who that is, but again, I'm hearing obviously a lot of crashing and banging. They're saying a lot of crashing, a lot of banging, a lot of crashing, a lot of banging. Someone's banging quite a lot. So someone is definitely banging quite a lot. Okay, and I don't mean the noise. Okay, it's going to make some noise, but there's definitely someone's trying to make it. Could well be a Sagittarian energy. Someone's trying to make some noise. Like, let's make some noise. It's like someone's doing beats and stuff like that as well. Let's make some noise. Let's make some noise. I'm hearing like someone has like this kind of accent of like, oh, you're right there. Like, I don't know, let's make some noise. I don't know, like, I don't know. It could be British, it could be toffee nosed or something. I don't know, I'm picking up toffee, Tom, or probably a Tom, maybe Tom Thumb, Tom Drum, maybe a Tom Drum or something like that. Okay. So we're going to leave those messages there. They're very sporadic. I haven't actually tried to channel for a specific group of element for a while. So earth signs, let's just have a look at a general reading for you for... so predictions, no idea. No idea when or whether or Heather, the name Heather, also Heather, hi Heather, or take the weather with you. Someone from, well no, it's not Australia again, it's somewhere. But take the weather with you, okay? I'll take Heather with you. Someone's taking Heather with you. You could be called Heather, hi Heather again, but you could be taking someone somewhere, or they're taking you somewhere, taking you out on something. Could be a lot of banging and crashing. Be careful if you're in a caravan. Okay. So what was I going to say? No idea. So let's see. Keep an open mind, earth signs. Let's have a look where you've come from. So this is the weekend reading. It's pretty much going to stem from the 6th until the 8th, okay? So you've come from things where it's kind of like stand and deliver. I take my stand, but I'm going to deliver this message, whatever it is, I'm delivering it. And if it's a child and it's crashing and it's banging and everything else, I'm delivering it. It's like delivered. Something got delivered to you quite much. That was too much. Too hot to handle. Too much. So too much. That's too much. You've just said too much. I asked you to say something, but what you said was too much. It's like, why did you say all of that? It's like, you wanted to hear it, so I told you everything that I possibly could, and I just laid it all on the line, straight there it is, and it's like someone overextended things, overdone something, okay? Let's see, tell me more about where they're coming from, show me the past of earth signs, please, for this weekend. Show me the past, what's been going on with the earth signs, what on earth, that's all I keep saying, what on earth is going on. What on earth is going on? Well, that's kind of in reverse. What on earth is going on, Taurus? We're just going to take these. Taurus is here, earth signs. What on earth has been going on? Taurus is entered the building 2 by 2. We enter the building 2 by 2. There are two people, there are two things. My job is most important, my love life is important, but how can I possibly balance both of it? Where when I'm at work, I'm thinking about work, and then when I'm at home, I'm thinking about my 2 of Cups here. Okay, so when I'm at home, I'm thinking about the 2 of Cups. When I'm at work, I'm actually thinking about Taurus, or I'm actually thinking about my work, or it's distracting me from my work. I can't concentrate at work fully because I'm being mirrored, and it's making me overanalyze a situation where whatever got delivered, if there was an apology, or even if it was a harsh word, okay, it feels like that someone made someone think about the 2 of Cups of whether it was valuable enough for them to keep. So it feels like, well, I do want to keep it. I have no choice. I have the 2 of Cups. So I'm being mirrored. So for a lot of you earth signs where you're juggling, I mean, you're obviously not juggling people, right? You don't pick people up and juggle them. So there's a lot of like, well, I'm trying to go to work, I'm trying to concentrate at work, but all I can really think about is how the energy of the 2 of Cups is making me feel so low. Okay, why this 2 of Cups makes my energy levels deplete. Why does it make me feel low? Why do I feel like I'm drained? Why do I feel like I'm constantly thinking about this 2 of Cups? Okay, because it's just me and you in it. So why is it that there's not me and you? Why is it not fair? There's kind of, or an affair, or there might be an affair. If you're married, there might be some polygamy maybe where there's an affair. Because I did pick that up, but you would obviously know that one. If you don't, just please don't, lose your mind and think that there's an affair, but there is kind of this temptation around someone that's possibly at work, okay, that is leading this to, well, I can't help it, you know, when I'm at work, the Two of Cups is making me feel low, they make me feel low. These are conversations that someone's been having with their family members possibly, or friends at work, where it's like, well, you know, how can I possibly carry on, because the Two of Cups is just making me feel low. So they're obviously having conversations about the soulmate connection that they've got with you or someone else. Okay, that Two of Cups makes them feel depleted, but the work makes them feel like that there at least there's something more to at least that there is something more for me to concentrate on. So I'm using my work as a base of where I can stop thinking about this Two of Cups, of why that makes me feel so depleted in energy. And is it going to cost me money? Is it going to cost me time? Like, I have to go to work, but I don't really want to, because but it's a confused energy. By the Two of Cups is help and support. The support that you're getting from work is kind of I don't know whether it's helping or it's hindering a process. I think that people have this notion that work gets in the way of a relationship. As a general collective advice is that work never stands in the way of a relationship, okay? Because work is something that everybody does, right? So you have to work. So some people, they can use work as a tool to avoid love, because what they do is they put love first above work, okay? And as a reflection of where that happens to the other person, they want more love, but are connected to someone that loves work, okay? So it's making it hard work for the person to connect with this person emotionally because they're focused on work. So this would be a definite masculine energy that you have, whether you're a Taurus or not, and your card is here because we're dealing with earth signs. So you rely more on looking on the brighter side of life at work and the family that can give you advice of why the Two of Cups makes you feel low. Okay, so the advice given from family is something to be taken into advisement of whether that is correct or not, of whether that's actually confusing the situation even more. Because someone wants more feelings and the other party wants more work. So it's making it hard work for someone to open somebody into their feelings, but feelings change momentarily, okay? I'm not going to go into a segment of of telling people, you know, of things. But again, work is very important to people. That makes people stable. That makes people dedicated. Me, I love work. I'm always working. I can't stop working. And for me, I feel that's very good. I get a lot of energy by creating and working. I do. And, other parties can have this connection with you where they're feminine energies that want full amount of commitment of energy of like, well, where's the soft parts of you? And the soft part is killing me softly with your heart, right? It's killing me softly. So let's see the present tense of what's going on with the earth signs presently. What's going on presently with earth signs? So that's pretty much what's been causing it, is an effect of someone like focused and driven at work. That's been causing it. Family have been causing it. The government has been causing it. Because I don't know if any of you watched, I can't remember what reading that was, but I said last month racial discrimination, and I said the name Rachel, but I also said racial stuff that I didn't really want to kind of like say on camera, because I think that's, but again, that did come up. Obviously, the things that have happened in America, there was a lot to do with racial discrimination and things like that have been going on that has caused everything, which is the cause of the effect. Okay, so if you're not, and you, like I said, if you're not seeing those readings and that's not your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, check on them anyway. But you'll see that if you've just found the channel, that all these predictions, they're very important to take into advisement of knowing what's going to come up, of what you can do in the present tense to create a different future for yourself. Okay. But I definitely picked up on discrimination, and I think it was in the Sagittarius reading where I mentioned predict a riot, I predict racial discrimination and discriminating things, and then all of this happened like a month later. So let's see. So show me the present tense for earth signs of what's going on presently. So what's going on presently with you? Well, there's an ending. There's, like I said, this is a death march. This is a sentence of something as well, being sentenced. I just heard sentenced to prison. So obviously not you, Taurus, because you wouldn't be watching this if you was that worried. Okay, but there's a sentence that's coming up. This is you. Well, this is Taurus that's standing in the way of Scorpio. So you could have this could be your descending, this could be your rising, this could be your rising, this could be your descending, because they're both opposite. Okay, so opposite from you is your opposite sign of the person that you're having the most amount of conflict with, that you butt heads with, would be a compatibility of Scorpio Taurus within your chart. Okay, that's what's making you also very confused. So this is where there's a march that needs to get through Taurus here. So Taurus, it's like I'm a force to be reckoned with. You've got to get through us as world as well, but you've got to get through us. You know, we're putting a stop to things. We are standing up for ourselves and putting a stop to it. So if someone is trying to stop a connection, there is someone here that's getting advice, or it is a physical human being of another woman or man, but whoever it is, there is someone that's trying to put a stop to the connection, or pretty much put the brakes on, right? That the brakes have been put on the connection because there are things that have to be decided first by life itself, having to release itself so people can see and talk and communicate properly. Things that are stuck from the world that people are looking for to seek help from, but don't know if they're physically really getting it or not. So let's see what's the present tense for our earth signs. Because whatever it is personal to someone, you know. People in tarot card readings, you know, it's general that you can watch a tarot card reading and you can see it from your perspective of when you watch it. Okay, and then a tarot card reading, and it's easy to say, yeah, it's them, right? But me as a tarot card reader, you don't never know what goes on in people's lives until you hear the other person saying it, right? Because if you was a counsellor, when you're counselling, you have two people there as marriage counselling or counselling, right? And that could be a factor that's here. And that when you do, you hear each other and you see each other and the person that can help both. But normally as a tarot card reader, when you're doing it definitely general, is that someone will say something and say, yeah, it's this person they've done and they've said and all this has happened. But as a reader, I've got no idea who this person is or what they've done or what they've said or seen it or been able to speak to them in order to know, right? So it's very easy for people to just pass judgment and blame upon energies that is kind of like, well, yeah, it's their fault, right? But again, there's kind of like some kind of like counsel therapy kind of thing that is possibly going on. Let's see. Okay. There is something that is very, very temperamental about this connection. There's still a phallic kind of connection that's going on, for sure. There is a deep amount of emotion for Scorpio. These are both Scorpio cards. This is not knowing what this person's going to say, and you can't engage on their energy because some people are afraid to speak. Okay. Which is, I don't know if it's coming across as intimidation or if it's coming across as a master of something, okay? But this is kind of like, well, I've mastered something. I don't know why it feels like someone's winding someone up to the point of an explosion, okay? These are things that the universe is kind of saying, this is a purge. There's someone that's got to let go of someone or something. The purge is, you can't have a new beginning until you let something go, because you'll just create more of them. So learning about energy is to just drop it and let it go in order to watch it grow. Okay, and you can't see anything grow until someone drops somebody or drops a notion of something or learns about intimidation or feeling intimidated and personal growth upon oneself. Okay, but presently there seems to be a lot of dynamics around your energy. Okay. There seems to be a lot of endings, a lot of crashing. This is a lot of like chaos. Supermarket sweep. Let's see what's going on presently. Taurus, one more card please. Presently what's going on with Taurus. Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, welcome cross watchers. How you doing? Scorpio and Sagittarius. This is yeah, a lot of dynamics. A lot of dynamics. This is temperamental energy. If you are a Sagittarius, no, I don't necessarily mean you. There is just temperamental energy around here. This is not knowing what someone's going to say or what they're going to do. If this person is annoyed, they will be very annoyed, and they will also be very annoying to speak to. And this is exactly why I tell everybody, if you're in a state of mind of confusion, do not talk to people. Don't. The state of confusion normally comes when people are in it, right? If you're on your own and you're satisfied, and then when people enter your life that cause confusion, the best thing to do is when you're going through confusion is not to communicate with a person, right? Because normally that's what you get, is what you ask for. If you're creating it, you're asking for it, and you try to prise into someone's life, and you get a response, then you asked for it yourself to get that response because you were asking for it. Is anybody confused? Right? So generally, my port of call is that if people are quiet, it's because they need a quiet time. They need emotions to be, and their energy levels to be fulfilled, so they're not going to flip out. Because there's an energy here of avoiding someone, of not understanding exactly what the answer is going to be if they do or don't say anything. Okay. So there's also a lot of spiritual awakenings that people are kind of having at the time. I know that this morning I've had a headache for the past 15 minutes, which is normally an awakening again. But yeah, if you're experiencing headaches or high fever, you see, this could be someone that's experiencing high fever or low fever, high and lows, the high and low fever. Night fever. Yeah, night fevers, night terrors. Someone's having the night terrors, or the terrible twos with twins. With twins. Okay, family. Let's keep it all in the family. But what's going to be going on now is the Six of Cups. So there's going to be more family time. What's going to be going on now? Show me the immediate future, please, for earth signs. The Two of Cups and the Three. I had the Three. The Six and the Two. The Eight of Cups. Do I stay or do I go? I want to go towards the family. I want to talk to the family about the soulmate. I don't know what's going on. I need support. I need some help. But I need somebody to help, not just anybody. But again, it's all in the family. Something is all in the family. Meaning gossip. The twin. God. Someone's being mirrored by the twin flame saga. So the present tense is that someone is generally really happy at home. They're cushy. This person is feeling the family. I'm going to leave that one out. is touching the what? No, touching the family up. I don't know if someone's touching someone in someone's family, but if you are, bruv, get the hell off this site. Touching, that's channeled. That's not in those cards. I heard touching somebody in the family inappropriately. No idea. Trying to not communicate with those energies. I don't know, this is a bit weird. Sorry, something weird. I just put it that way, right? But again, anyway, there's something in the family. There's a condition in the family. Someone has a condition in the family that could be to do with like depression, crashing, to do with like bipolar, maybe, to do with like energy levels being up and then low and up and low. It could be a depression. It could be something that needs closely looked at within somebody. Okay, but if this is someone that has an opinion on someone that doesn't want to know or doesn't want to listen, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with them. That might be a response that's given to someone. It's like, mind your own business. Mind your own business. I mean, if someone is genuinely ill and they're asking for help, great, brilliant. If they're not, then people have to ask for help, because it's not always that they need it, right? If they need it, they'll ask for it. If they don't, then don't ask for a fight by this person by winding them up if they don't want it. But show me the immediate future for sorry, I keep saying Taurus in my head. There's big Taurus energy here. A lot of decisions, a lot of government decisions that are causing this chaos, right? Show me the immediate future for the earth signs again, please. Thank you. That one's coming flying out. Wow, I told you the devil is here. Devil is here. Yeah. There's still a lot of attraction towards soulmates and twin flames if you're on that journey. But again, things being put out, addiction, and people could be overeating. Okay, around the family you might see the energy of Capricorn, of Saturn, that is very much here, and all the energy of what's going on in the sky is making people go slightly crazy, which is around drinking, drugs, alcohol, food, overthink. I mean, welcome to being a medium if you think that your head doesn't go in 30 different places, right? That's generally when I back off, in life altogether. When I need a minute, bruv, I need a minute. And that's generally because I have to get my bearings together through having an awakening. Okay? Because you can be thinking all sorts of stuff. When you're physically open, you attract in the devil. Okay? It's an attraction of one's light. So if you attract in people, you're also attracting energy of everything. Okay? Because everything is everything. So be careful on your attraction of overanalyzing a situation where the devil obviously can never be seen, okay, but it can be heard by what you think, which is other people, and generally what you tell yourself, which is the definition of madness of an attraction that is dynamic, okay, which is dynamics, aerodynamic, air sign, also picking up around, but there's no air here. The air of the throne. Let's have a look at the devil. The devil's backside. The devil's back. That's what they're saying. The devil is back, Jack. The devil is back, Jack. The devil's back. Someone's got the devil on their back. Mm-hmm. Someone's hounding them down. I know you're here, Capricorn, because you're earth signs. I don't mean you. I just mean someone's got the devil on their back. Literally, thoughts. Oh yeah, if you're a Sagittarius and you haven't joined Tier 2, the incubus. That's all I'm going to say. The incubus. Sagittarius, you might be a cross-watcher watching this. If you're not part of Tier 2, your 15th into the 30th was called the incubus. Be careful. Okay. If you don't know what an incubus is, then look it up on. Because generally, how I pick that up is that someone's got a sexual attraction to someone. An incubus is obviously a dark figure of a ghost that does things to somebody when they're asleep. Okay. So obviously that's not physically possible unless you believe in it, right? But what I picked that up is that someone has a phallic connection with someone that's doing something. But it got a bit strange through your channel messages. The devil. Yeah, putting an ending to that. There's got to be this ending. Someone feels like I'm not paying attention to this devil, no matter what they do or what they say. Doesn't mean you, Capricorn. It just means the energy. Whatever they do, whatever they say, I am not interested in listening to the devil. That doesn't mean a complete ending. It just means that you're not going to get my attention by doing whatever that is. by the Ten of Swords, meaning that something is over, okay? A cycle, or it's completely over, meaning if you keep acting that way, like the devil, whoever wants any kind of energy of not just Capricorn, but whoever wants the devil in their ear, whoever wants the devil in disguise, right? So what? Tell me more about this 10 of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune, Saturn starts to go in your favour, but again, someone doesn't want to open up. Again, good energy, good energy, because this Four of Cups would be seen as someone that is slightly like, oh no, see, feminine energies can be like, yeah, they're not opening up, I just need to get into them, and I need to make them see sense, and I need to get into their energy, and they just don't open up their heart to me. Well, come on, really? You know, your life is about being masculine. You know, you have to have masculine qualities, because if you get walked over in your life completely and utterly and lead yourself into illusion, right? So there's energy here that is good. But sorry, I'm kind of like channeling some of your aggression. But again, there's energy here that this is trying to force someone to open up. But there's a reason why they don't. And why they don't is because they don't want anything to do with this card, which is the devil. Right? They don't want anything to do with the devil. That's why they're not opening up. So in a way, it's good. It's karma. It's meaning that I've learned something which is very good, because there's an ending, because you won't open up to me. So it's good because it's, no, of course I won't, because I don't want to listen to the devil. I don't want to have people in my ear telling me crap. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to open up to somebody that's going to have any kind of like codependent. So I'm not codependent, so I won't open up to anybody that is, which is a good energy, really, to me. I mean, you know, does anybody else see that any different? But you would have differences of opinion of why this person's not taking an offer. And the reason why they're not is because they don't want to listen to the devil. They don't want the devil in their ear. You know, they need time, this person. So one more card of what this Four of... And then we're going to call that it, because I haven't got time. I haven't got time, I've got a lot to do, guys. Again, because of this cup here, being offered here, to someone that's trying to butter someone up to get them to open up. Again, but you can't have the devil attached to your head. You can't have this devil attached, you know, because this could be a missed opportunity that someone is saying, well, you know, there's a possibility that I can reach out, but are they going to accept it or not? But it all stems from the devil. It all stems from someone needing or really wanting someone to open up. So what happens after this Ace of Cups for the weekend? Well, you get what you want. Here, you get what you want. So the devil gets their own way, pretty much. This is an attention. Someone needs attention urgently. I mean, you know, not generally if it wasn't through stemming from the devil, but everything is stemming from here of a codependent relationship through Saturn that is making everybody analyse the situation to why someone's not offering. And that is the cup. So we've really got to go a little bit further of more about what this Six of Cups is. It's because this person gets the attention all directed towards Saturn and the devil, right? So you've got Aries here now. So what on earth's going on for you guys, really? So there's a reward for that, is that this person still goes towards being a leader. This is someone that will go forward regardless, and they will move. This person here, doesn't matter the sign, will move away from this devil energy, okay? It will. The Emperor, I mean, I would say numerology-wise, I would say it's kind of the same energy, right? But again, overpowers the devil. Overpowers the devil by turning its back on that, by moving forward regardless. So it feels like, well, there's a good chance towards the end of the weekend that things might settle down and relax, but either way, people are going to be going forward. It's like, well, I'm going to be going forward on it anyway. So whatever it is that you've got an idea about work would be very good, and anything entrepreneurial, it's like, well, I'm going to steam forward in all this because I've got ideas, plans. I'm going to go forward anyway. But as a general collective reading of individual signs obviously I'm doing Earth and there's Capricorn. There is a connection between Capricorn and Aries, you know, specifically. But within your just rewards, you get it. You get accolades of whatever it is. You get upgraded towards more of a masculine energy of commitment to turning your back on the devil, of not listening to it, not paying attention, and thinking, well, there's good energy ahead anyway. So, you know, whatever it is, I'm Kushti, brother, and I'm going forward anyway. So it's good energy. So we're going to leave it at that, Earth signs. That's your weekend reading. Like I said, if you haven't joined Patron, they are there. 1st to the 15th until the 30th. Okay, and then I've got to do private readings. If you want one, you can still reach out below. The email is there. There's still the $5 reading, which is the monthly reading for everybody on the $5. But the tier 2 is obviously all the stuff that's not been coming out on YouTube. Okay, thanks very much, and I'll catch you again soon, guys.